Hello, everybody. Welcome to Poor Form. My name is Cameron,
What up, everybody? My name is Zane.
and let's get into some shit. Okay. So, long fucking day, but I'm glad to be here with you, Zane.
Thank you.
I don't
Likewise.
know. I don't know exactly what you've got lined up, but I got quite the topics lined up for
Okay.
today's episode.
I'm
A lot of
good.
shit talking, but not anything like too crazy. You know what I mean? Not anything too
No,
crazy.
I'll make it crazy.
I'll
get crazy in this bitch.
Okay, well, I do want to start. I just want to start briefly. I want to mention a couple weekends ago, I'm pretty sure I got a fucking concussion at a live concert in Seattle, which I didn't talk about on this podcast, which was I went to El Corazon to see Sanguisugabog and Nile. Yo, Nile.
Those are two different bands. So if you guys don't know, Sanguisugabog, that's what it is, right?
Sanguisugabog.
Sugabog
Yeah.
and Nile.
Yeah.
All right, those are two separate things. It's when you say it together, it sounds like one big train car.
Yeah, sorry. One of them is a down-tuned drug death band, and the other one is an Egyptian-themed death metal band that are just, dude, absolutely wicked live. That's all I can say.
Nile is
amazing.
killer.
But so here's the thing. After I fucking stepped all over the broken glass from all the fucking cars that get broken into outside of the venue, I fucking stepped past a couple hypodermic needles and wait in the cold for fucking 30 minutes to get inside the doors. It's a huge turnout. Place is fucking packed. There's people from all over the goddamn place there. I ran into this dude who's like, I drove here from like somewhere in Idaho, like hella far away. I'm like, you drove here from Idaho, guy? His name was David, and David is a G because he drove from Idaho just to see that shit.
Is he like a Mormon? He made
No,
the pilgrimage?
Dude. No, he actually seemed like he could be Mormon, though. I'm like,
yeah, he made the mission all the way to go see Nile, to worship at the throne of Nile.
yo, David, you're a fucking G for that shit, man. He was at the merch booth buying hella merch and fucking
buying everything,
That's
bringing
where
it
I
home
met
to
him.
his friends.
Met him at the merch booth. You know what I'm saying? It was a great night in total. I'm not ragging on anything really besides that fucking piece of shit venue. El Corazon, dude, it sucks. It's this tiny venue, and I mean, get your shit together. I mean, that place is dirty as fuck. The sound is way too loud for how small that room is. You could almost just
You're trying to convince me to go to the Dying Fetus show. You told me it was at El Corazon. I was like,
it is. But well, so here's the thing. Here's the difference is like the headliner band always has the best sound, right? Because they get there super early and they have all their shit set up on stage before anybody else, and they have everything dialed in perfectly because they usually bring a sound guy with them on the road. So usually the headlining bands sound fucking phenomenal, right? Because they've got their fucking monitors set up right. They got their shit dialed in. So I'm sure DF is going to sound fucking fire. But
dude,
you don't want to stand at the front of the stage to hear it. You want to go stand in the back of the room to hear it well.
I don't even want to get into the trauma that I have from El Corazon, dude.
Yeah, dude,
I have emotional trauma from that place.
Well, please share some of your emotional trauma. What kind of emotional?
I had broken up with my girlfriend of like a year and a half. Really loved her. Really did. And I think somehow we were supposed to go see a ghost show or whatever. And then I didn't or something. Or she went with somebody else. And then she like hit me up and was like, something was like her car wouldn't start or some shit. And so I drove all the way out there to like pick her up, but then her phone died while she was in the show. So it was a ghost show. And so I literally sat outside. I would sit in my car for like a half hour. Then I would like go to the front and just sit at the front and just sit out there and wait. And dude, I was just waiting for her that whole time, and it was like I was all emotional because of the breakup and everything, and then ended up driving her back to her place, which is like all the way at like Bellingham area. And I was
Jesus.
like, dude, and while we were in the car, I was like puking because I had anxiety. So I was puking into a cup and driving her. Yeah, a lot of emotional
Okay,
baggage from El
Jesus.
Corazon, dude.
Okay, okay.
I gotta say.
Damn, dude. All over for Ghost and some hoes.
Interestingly enough, I think I turned around the next day and carpooled with somebody to go to Portland to watch
Yeah,
Ghost in Portland.
I remember
Same
that.
tour.
You
Yeah,
gave
same
me
tour.
you gave me shit that I didn't come to Portland with you. But it
Yeah.
was so last minute. I was like, dude, I can't go to Portland right now, bro. I don't want to go to Portland right now. But
I was like,
hey,
fuck it, I'm gonna see
listen,
this show.
this is back when Ghost was a sick band. They are no longer sick. They lost all their street cred. They were a sick band for 2 or 3 years, and then they just lost all their cred, baby. They gambled it away. And now they're always in the fucking tabloids and the headlines talking shit about other bands and stuff. And now that their identities are revealed, they're just kind of, I don't know,
I'll tell you what though.
a little mainstream.
That Portland, I don't know what Portland venue we went to, but that thing was sick. It was like 2-story and it had like a balcony all around it. Very cool.
Nice.
And then it was just when they came out with their third album. I forget what it's called.
Meloria.
The green one. Yeah, Meloria. Dude, listen. That was really I almost cried when they played Demon Church or whatever. Devil's Church. It was just so the sound was so thick, dude.
Yeah.
And it was so
dude, no doubt.
obviously I was emotional at
Yeah.
the time. So I was
you
like,
had also
damn, they
just
were really
driven like 300 miles.
yeah, they were really pulling it out of me, bro. I almost
That's
cried. I was
crazy.
like, damn. But that was really cool.
Well, nothing that emotionally charged happened to me at El Corazon a couple weekends ago. I mean,
Yeah,
it
'cause you're
was
brain
sick.
dead now.
No, yeah. Okay, so what happened is the first band comes on, they get a few like people getting a little hyped up in the mosh pit, but nothing crazy. Well, then the Bog Boys come on, and they fuck that place up. I mean, they're like, supporting the headliners and whatever, but they're fresh off of a Nether tour that just ended not that long ago. So these guys are fucking hot right now. Like, they got their shit down, and I don't know, the fucking mosh pit went crazy, and there's some dude there who was like guarding his chick from all the moshers. And I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing? Like, get the fuck to the back of the room if you don't want this smoke. I jumped into the mosh pit. I'm moshing around, like not getting terribly crazy because I'm like more really trying to focus in on the music, but yeah, I'm circle
'Cause
pitting.
I am a father.
I'm circle pitting.
I'm
yeah.
almost 30 years old and I am a father.
Yes, sir. I
will
am.
not be doing anything
And I get
too crazy.
ID'd for everything. I look like an 18-year-old. I look like I just graduated high school. I am in high school still. I have a fake ID that I'm 27.
Looks like he contributed to the glass on the ground outside.
Yeah, dude. That's what I'm saying, dude. The outside of the venue, dude, it fucking stinks like shit. Literally, it's terrible. But that's aside.
I know.
From the point.
I sat out there in front counting the cars that were trying to get on the interstate for like an hour.
Oh yeah.
Talking to weirdos, talking to Satan worshiping weirdos, and trying not to tell them that they're retarded.
Yeah, I'm not. I'll probably mention a couple of the weirdos I ran into after the show, but. So I'm in the mosh pit, and then the song stops, and then another song is coming on. I want to say that the song was. Now I could be fucking dead wrong, but I'm pretty sure the song is "Gored in the Chest." That's what the name of the song is. It's about Michael Myers killing people, which is sick. Okay, well, the dude who was guarding his girlfriend all night, he fucking tightened his beanie up. He snuck up on the stage, and right when the vocalist Devin was just like, "This one's about Michael Myers killing people," and the song started, this dude jumped off the stage to fucking, like crowd surf or whatever, and I just get kicked straight in my forehead right here with the tip of his Dockers or whatever the fuck he's wearing, dude. And it was uncalled for. Quite frankly, I'm suing. I want to own that building. I'm going to have it demolished. No, seriously though, I got cracked.
Doing us a favor.
I got cracked, and the guy, well, he didn't really make the jump very well. He kind of just ended up on the floor, and then the mosh pit happened. But he got picked up fast. I didn't fall down. I was like pretty woozy, like, oh shit, like my hat was all fucked up. I was like trying to fix my shit, and then I started like moving to the music a little bit. I went fucking pounded one more light beer, in the back of the room with some bros, and kind of shrugged it off. But then I went to go stand in the restroom, which, dude, listen.
Barely a restroom. It's probably a
in the venue.
Hole.
I want to say that there was laws being broken with the fact that there was only one urinal. One urinal. And how many men are attending a Nile concert? Well, I'll tell you what. As opposed to women, yeah, it's literally every metalhead in Seattle is there. There's very few women. Scarce. It's very scarce to see a woman there. Well, there's me thinking, well, I got long hair. I could just walk into the women's bathroom. Nobody's gonna. What are you gonna fucking question my gender? Huh? I will sue
not.
you. I will own this.
You
place.
better not.
Okay, well, no, I was standing in line for the men's bathroom. 15 minutes, baby. 15 minutes. That's outrageous.
Dude, that shit gives me anxiety.
So I'm like standing up against the wall, and that's when it hits me, dude. The spins. Oh my God. I was like, oh shit, dude, my head is starting. It's like the outside of my head didn't hurt. It was like the inside, like my shit got rattled. And I was like, fuck, I'm getting kind of dizzy. This concert isn't really over at all. I got to be here for way longer. So, I finally made my rounds to the one and only urinal, which had probably drank, upwards of 200-300 gallons of piss in that last 2 hours. Dude. And then I walk outside for fresh air. What do you smell? Piss. Because literally all the people who didn't want to stand in line for the restroom are out
smart
pissing
people,
on the
debatably.
Yeah, no, they
debatably
are
smart people.
They're pissing on the street outside the venue, which, hey, dude, we're outdoors. I mean, as long as you're not like showing your cock to everybody, it's cool. But to get away from this fucking stench of the bathroom, standing in the hallway, being lightheaded, possibly with a concussion, and I walk outside, and it just smells like piss still, I'm just like, all right, that's fucked up. And I kind of just felt a little, But, my bros were there. The boys, we were fucking kicking it. Had a good time overall. I mean, I drove home. I felt fine when I got home. It was more like the next morning. And listen, I only had a couple beers. Like, I wasn't like hungover or anything. I had what I believe to be a concussion from some
Slept right through it.
fucking simp in the audience that just decided to go defend his girlfriend's honor by jumping into the fucking crowd and like kicking everybody in the head. He was mad. That's why he got into the pit.
Dude. That's the worst part about those guys is that they'll be all protective and upset, and then they'll just crowd dive. Like, come on. Like,
yeah, bro. Let me say this. Me and Graham, because I took my brother, and we're looking at each other like, what the fuck? And like, there's these dudes like hardcore dancing in the mosh pit, and we're like, what the fuck is this? Literally,
not flailers, dude. No,
beyond flailers. Like actually trying to crowd kill. Crowd killing is when you're actively like fucking throwing your arms around at like purposefully hitting people in their head and shit. And then the security guard just grabbed this guy by his backpack and just like, hey, like, don't fucking do that. It was a big ass security dude. And the kid's just like kind of chilled out back to his
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I'll
Come on,
start
get the
dancing.
fuck out of here. Why you got
I'll
a
start
fucking
dancing
backpack
instead.
in here, guy? Get the fuck out
Who
of
let
here.
this guy in here with a backpack?
Seriously, dude.
He's probably got knives that he was going to start flailing around.
Better have his fucking CPAP machine in there after he gets his ass knocked out. No, dude. It was
Man, you're getting me so excited for the Dying Fetus concert there. Wow.
Here's the thing, dude. Here's the thing. Those are just small instances. Those are small things you pick up on. I'm telling you, the whole show in general was a great time. Got to hang out with the Bog Boys. I fucking smoked them out and all that stuff. I fucking had a couple beers with the bros, and all in all, good night. Can't complain. But I just, man, I'm gonna have to start going into there with a fucking hard hat, man. Like, for real, I'm sick of getting kicked in the head and shit. Like, maybe that's just me being a boomer, I guess. I mean, I was moshing. I was literally letting myself, like, get kind of fucked up. But, like, it was fair because I can push back. But when some dude I don't know.
Can we go over proper etiquette?
Yeah, let's proper etiquette.
Probably people out there don't go to a lot of death metal shows or whatever, and death metal, metal, rock, all of it, if you're ever in a mosh pit, the idea of the mosh pit, I don't feel like people really go over this too much, but the idea of the mosh pit is to, there's like circle pits and stuff like that, but generally the idea is you're not trying to slam into others. You're trying to become a pinball. So you get in the middle and you want to get close enough to people where they can just push you and you can get pushed in opposite directions. And basically, nobody's coming up at people's faces. Nobody's going low or anything. It's just kind of shoulder to shoulder or, mid-torso to mid-torso. And you want to kind of get in the middle and become a pinball.
Jog, baby.
And
don't sprint.
Once you have that pinball effect where you're just kind of getting pushed back and forth, it's actually kind of a euphoric feeling. Like,
it is.
If you get into a perfect mosh pit where it's kind of like that and it's kind of like a support thing where everybody is kind of keeping somebody else from falling, but everyone's also pushing each other. So once you get into that, it's a quite... it's a nice equilibrium, and it is highly desirable. I really enjoy it.
I will say,
but the amount of people that fuck it up are increasingly
dude, don't be that guy.
Becoming apparent.
Don't be that guy, because that actually starts problems. And I mean, I know a lot of people are gonna just think metalhead. They're gonna think, oh, yeah, racist, piece of shit, who wants to start fights and all this. Dude, it's not like that. I'd say it's probably one of the more open styles of music and with all of its subgenres. Yeah, like, it's a little like, there's a little bit of danger there. It's not very dangerous at all. It's actually quite the safest. Like, compare a metal show to, like, a rave, right? At raves, people are abusing Molly and ketamine, and they're not
sexually
really
assaulting each other,
literally groping each other, and like fucking taking random ecstasy,
trafficking.
Yeah, exactly. And hey, is that a stigma? No, it's actually facts, because I always hear about some crazy shit like that happening at raves. I don't really hear about that.
Wait. The other thing too, obviously, is you pick up anybody that falls immediately.
Yeah, and I wanted to add
and
that
most people are pretty good about that.
At El Corazon, the last 2 times I've been there, actually the last 3 or 4 times I've been there, I've never seen anybody get knocked over that didn't get picked up in 1 second. 1 second is all it takes, and it's usually 4 or 5 people picking somebody else up.
And then also, if you're lucky, you get good pit lords. Pit lords are basically the largest humans that are there.
Yeah.
You'll usually see about 2. And once you get into the thick of things, if you're doing a circle pit, you can very clearly find them. And the good thing is they're usually not very aggressive. They usually know what their role is. And usually it's to pick people up and destroy flailers.
Yeah.
If you've got a good one, they destroy flailers. If you want to go to a metal concert and you are unsure what to do, do not go to the middle of the pit and start flailing your legs and arms around and just start like you've seen them. If you go there, you'll see them.
Yeah.
And you'll also notice everybody else's when they come out and they start spinning like a top and throwing their fucking limbs around. You'll notice that everyone just kind of like stands back because they don't want to get hit in the face. That's
Yeah.
not what you want to see, because that is not the pinball mechanic that I was describing is one of community. The flailing mechanic is one of self. And I'm sure that if you flailed to a lot of songs, that's probably feels pretty good. However, that is not what this is for. You can do that in your room.
Literally, go do that anywhere else because it's cringy as fuck. I'm not. Hey,
Go
I'm
do
not.
it
Not really into like punk shows and all that. I'm not really into punk music in general. I like grindcore and like gore grind. Sometimes you'll catch me at the mincecore show, baby. But guess what? I don't fucking dance like I'm having a seizure. That's ridiculous. I have been in a skateboard mosh pit. Well, here, skateboard mosh pit, but there was people smoking meth on skateboards in the mosh pit. It was really fucking sketchy. There was broken beer bottles all over the fucking moldy floor of this basement. Yeah, it was not a good place to be.
You can do what I usually do, is I try my best to get in the front row, and then I just windmill the entire time.
Yeah.
And if I'm not windmilling, we can do like me and Cameron did at Dying Fetus's last show at Studio 7. God rest Studio 7's soul.
R.I.P.
But you could just dance like it's rap music, because ultimately, replace the hi-hat and rap with the bass drum in metal, and you have the exact same sound. Essentially.
I want to shout out Cody Davidson from Sanguisugabog because he actually does trap beats on his drums during his like fills and on like his little drum solo parts, where it's like he gets like 20 seconds or like 10 seconds. He does trap shit, and they listen to like Tommy Wright and 3-6 and all the
3-6 Mafia all day,
all the
baby.
old school shit. And I mean, dude, they really bring it. Like literally, like their vocalist is on stage, literally trapping, and it's sick as fuck because, yeah, the groove is the same. It's the same type of groove.
Yeah, and it's heavy.
Yeah.
But yeah, we were up there. We were literally blades dancing and shit, and the Dying Fetus was enjoying that. They were watching us. Just blades dance it up and shit. It was hilarious.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm excited.
Just gigging.
I'm excited to see them. I'm excited to see shows in general. I mean, I love that shit. If you're a touring band right now, you need to start charging double, because I shouldn't be only paying like $20 to see a live concert right now. You should be charging like 40, right? Because, dude, how the fuck are bands even making money on the roads these days? I mean, aside from all the inflation and all these terrible gas prices, how the fuck are you making money?
How are you affording to drive that vehicle?
I'm the guy who buys the merch. I buy the tickets. I fucking do all that. I don't ask to be on the guest list or anything like that. I pay for all my shit. And I fucking got the merch to prove it, baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You just,
Hell
hey,
yeah.
I mean, this goes for any kind of like live entertainment. Dude, support that shit. Don't fucking, maybe think about letting go of some of those streaming platforms, right? And like maybe just buy a CD every month. Then you own that CD forever. And
I buy vinyls.
same.
Even like modern. I bought in like 2 modern tapes because I got a tape deck in my car that sounds sick.
Then again, this is a side note. This isn't really a main thing to talk about, but have you noticed that like I get it. You want to listen to Spotify because you're the type of person who just likes to listen to one-hit wonders, right? Isn't that a thing?
All right, well, listen. We got Spotify people listening to us right now, so let's chill on that, dog.
Dude, who cares? I'm sign a contract to fucking be on Spotify. I can talk shit about them.
I'm not gonna hate on Spotify
No.
users considering I am one.
Hey, I'm not talking about just Spotify users. Anybody who streams music, right? That they don't buy CDs and shit. They're just making playlists that are like one song by this artist, one song by that artist. You're just making your own best ofs. You're just the one hit wonders, baby. Right?
Yeah, I would say if you can't enjoy a full album front to back,
Yes.
I don't know if you really like the artist. Let's be real. It's
Truth,
something that I
truth.
don't like. It's something that I don't like about like electronic music is that they don't make like albums. It's just like it's just, what are they called? Singles? It's just single over and
Yeah.
over. It's just, oh, I have a new song. Cool. That's what I still like about rap, and that's what, if you want to talk about electronic music, that's what I liked about Daft Punk is that, and the Gorillaz, is that they could put together albums. They could put together albums that were good, cohesive, had a theme, dropped together at the same time, had bangers on them. Like Plastic Beach, I think is a Plastic Beach? Yeah. Plastic Beach by Gorillaz. I mean, that's a sick album. God, what is the newest? Well, Daft Punk isn't with us anymore, but I think the last
R.I.P..
album that they dropped was sick. The one with
I can picture the album cover in my fucking
yeah, it's just
head. I don't
literally
remember
their
the name of it.
faces or whatever.
Yeah.
God, it was.
I've
it
heard
was great.
I heard a couple tracks off of it, but I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I'm definitely not a fan of it, I guess. But
That's
I
what we
get, no,
do like.
But I get your fucking point, though. You should. That's how I listen to music. If I like a whole album, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for whole albums. Now, hey, I'm not saying you gotta like the whole discography now, but like, I don't know. I don't know, dude. My thinking cap is on when I ask that question. Fucking.
But that's what I liked about DJ Paul Underground for the Summer Volume 16. Sick album. If you guys, I'll repeat it if anyone wants to go listen to it. DJ Paul Underground for the Summer of Volume 16. Go
baby.
Go blast that through your eardrums, dude. Now that is a timeless classic.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. So, segueing, Zane, I've kind of taken the reins with the whole El Corazon shit. I want to hear what you've been up to.
Well, nothing super comes to mind other than I think like 2 nights ago. If we're talking about bodily injuries, like you were, your head's not so good, dude. My back, I think, has never been worse. I was sleeping, dead asleep, 3 a.m., pinch a nerve in my back, wake up screaming. Just wake up screaming, and my back was locked up. My abs were locked up, could barely move, just kind of scooted out of the bed like warming up butter. Just kind of like spilled over onto the ground and just like kind of got up. My ears were ringing. I was sweating buckets. And I like made my way to like, I don't know, just somewhere and just started just trying to like do some mini stretches. Just tried to do anything. And it was extremely painful. And yeah, that was brutal. So that's what I've been doing.
What the fuck, dude? Don't you fucking do like yoga and shit every day?
Dude, I mean,
You've been
here's the
skipping
thing,
out,
bro.
dude.
I work 10 hours every day. And with driving, it's basically 12.
No shit, Sherlock.
I sit for the most of the time, and I'm not going to say that I couldn't do yoga every day. And, 2 days out of the week I do. But that's not enough for me. And I really that's the thing is like, I don't make a shit ton of money. I've never had less time, and my back has never been worse. So it's just like, your boy's down bad. I've given a lot of my time and energy into a job that I don't get compensated for all that much. Like, you'd think that I'd be way farther in life than I am, but it's like it's not going well. And then I'm basically kind of sacrificing. I know, because that's the thing, is like a lot of people, I mean, the common consensus is that like manual labor is you sacrificing your body, but to me, sitting and doing nothing, that is sacrificing my body.
Absolutely.
So I'm also sacrificing my body for this shit, and it's getting to the point where it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not sustainable. I can't do it. It's bad.
Well, how
it's
about
bad
this,
looks
dude?
for me.
How about this? There's got to be a common ground because, dude, today I was literally on my hands and knees for a total of 4 hours. Swear to God. 4 hours, hands and knees, baby.
What the fuck were you doing?
Dude, I'm doing fucking. I'm laboring, dude. I fucking.
Yeah, but what are you doing on your hands and knees for 4 hours?
Dude, I'm fucking
like picking up rocks and
gardener,
looking at them?
my guy. I'm a gardener. So, yeah, dude. And yeah, I had knee pads on. I'm not a dummy, but those fucking knee pads are uncomfortable as fuck too. And after wearing that shit, I mean, that's how long I'm telling you I was on my hands and knees. So, I mean, I just had a long. I was solo today and shit. I just had a long day, a lot to think about. You know, didn't really have any podcasts to listen to. I mean, I put a couple on, but then I was like, I don't want to hear these people talk right now. I'm pissed off.
That was the only thing that I did not have a complaint with. I don't want to direct people away from our podcast, but there's some pretty sick podcasts that came out in the past 2-3 days. I listened to the Trump one with the Full Send Boys.
Oh, yeah.
Which I thought was interesting.
Their shit got
Did you
deleted
know that it got immediately taken off of YouTube?
After 5 million views, baby.
Immediately. It was just like gone. Which I thought was hilarious because they actually referenced that in the podcast that it was. And they didn't. Dude, did they say anything too inflammatory?
No. In my opinion, in my honest opinion, no, because it really depends on if you read the fine print of the YouTube policy. Which I think that if you say China virus, then I think that that's basically that's
the
enough.
What?
I didn't want to fucking say it, bro. I didn't want to say the guy I spelled it.
I got it.
You know what I'm saying? But I think that might have been one of the things. And dude, honestly, quite frankly, at YouTube, there's people who watch the videos that work for YouTube. They can go, oh yeah, I don't like that, and delete it. So,
well, that's what they did.
Well, I got a question, dude. Why the fuck? Okay, hey, I'm not defending or offending anybody here. Okay, get that straight, dude. So listen, why the fuck is Putin on Twitter, dude? But how come they fucking take everybody? They take Alex Jones off. They take fucking.
I'm just saying, I'm not like a huge Trump supporter or anything, but like. I think it's crazy how I can't see a past president on any like media
I literally
ever again. What do you mean? He got elected by, you could say, a minority of people, I guess, and then he won because of the Electoral College. But like at the same time, that's almost, at the very least, almost half the country. So how can you cancel him?
I don't know.
Doesn't make any sense.
I don't know, man. It's all weird business. But that was a great. Yes, I'll agree. That was
I
a
listened
great
to that
episode.
one. I'm a
Very
huge fan of the
entertaining.
Tim Dillon podcast now. Dude.
Same, huge.
Huge
but I
fan.
haven't listened. I haven't listened in like a week, so I'm not really caught up.
Oh, dude, yeah, dude. Listen to the last two he did on like the listen to Let's Take a Beating, dude.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
That one is so fucking funny, dude. It is so funny.
Let's go.
It is. I would dare say it's almost comedy gold. I would say it is comedy gold. It's almost comedy platinum.
Ooh,
okay.
Yes.
if it was just I could have listened to it as a stand-up. You could put that on a record. You could put that podcast on a record.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Hey, that's what he's really good at. I mean, he doesn't need a co-host. He doesn't need a guest. Tim Dillon just does his own thing. And I mean, he's the best at it. I would even put him maybe even a bump ahead of fucking Billy Burr with the solo podcast. Just because Tim, his ability to keep it at 11, it's insane. I mean, hey, Bill Burr is getting older now. I get it. But the Monday morning podcast is definitely a morning podcast. Tim Dillon is he's crazy. Like he keeps it crazy. He keeps it lively.
So fucking funny. It's about Ukraine, dude, but it's
I know.
a hot take. It's a hot take on Ukraine.
Yeah.
Which it's funny. It's funny as fuck.
Yeah. Well, he's known for just saying what is on nobody's minds. Yeah. What else did you listen to?
Shit. I started a 4-hour Lex Friedman one, which I kind of started and I was like, you know what? These guys are... It's like I used to listen to... God, what was that one? The Dark Horse podcast. Have you ever heard of that one? It's with these like... I swear, you need a PhD just to listen to these guys.
Yeah.
And that's why I couldn't do it anymore, because these are all like neurosurgeons and shit going on there, and I want to say I'm an intelligent person, right? Like I can keep up. Like I'm all right. I might not have the most sharp vocabulary in the world, but I can understand advanced concepts at least a little bit. But listening to that podcast, I was like, damn, these guys are... I feel like I have to stop it every 30 seconds. No, it's not even talking down. They're just speaking at such a higher level that
they're talking down to you basically by doing that.
No, it's just... it's nothing that they're doing. It's just too advanced for my pea brain.
Yeah.
And I feel like my pea brain is not that pea to most people. So I was like, damn, you damn near need a PhD just to listen to these guys.
Yeah, it can be... Lex Friedman, he kind of is pretty grounded with what he talks about.
Yeah, but I was getting those vibes from that episode. I was like, damn, these guys are really out here.
And Lex really does interview like a pretty wide spectrum of people. Like from comedians to fighters. I mean, basically almost like the same people would be doing like the Joe Rogan circuit.
Yeah.
But
he does have a specialty to tech. He does have a tech specialty.
And he actually formally interviews. It's very formal with Lex.
With a tie and a suit.
With a tie, with a suit, with literally questions like, so, blah, blah, blah. How did you do, da, da, da. Yeah. So, I mean, he's,
This brings me into a question. I think that I either heard it on the JRE or the Lex Friedman podcast, but I wanted to get your take on this because it, just like you said that what world would you want to be born into? It was living in your head rent free.
Yeah.
I've got one that's been living in my head rent free. That it's basically, they were talking about human origin, and they had a guy on that was basically a specialist in human origins. So they're talking about the beginning of humans and how life was before we knew all the before we had phones and writing and art and all that shit. And he kind of broke it. One of the concepts that he used to determine what is a human and what wasn't a human, because it's like we had Neanderthals and shit, but was that really a human? Especially as we know it now.
No.
And the way that he kind of spelled that out or determined whether they were actually humans was, would you bang it? Which I thought was hilarious. So I was thinking, like, what is the earliest type of human that you can think of that you'd actually still be attracted to. And I think that for me, the earliest I can think of for like a human that I would be attracted to is like Egyptian. Like Egyptians, they had pretty good grooming. They had like, because here's the thing, bro. I'm into those tan chicks, right? I'm into Middle Eastern chicks. Like, they're hot, right? They're hot. They had eyeliner and shit in Egypt. I like eyeliner. They had religious fanatic chicks. I like that. That's cool. Like, they had it. They had the robes. They had the riches. They had, cats that they worshipped to make sure that they didn't have the plague.
They had fucking water back then around that
Yeah,
area.
they had.
It was very fertile land. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
that was the place to be, baby.
I can't think of too much earlier of the concept of one because I don't really know. I wasn't there, but
you're telling me you wouldn't have banged Lucy, dude, the missing link or whatever.
What?
Lucy, like the oldest pre-human that they've ever haven't you ever seen her on display in downtown Seattle or whatever? Like,
no.
They have Lucy's like skull and shit. Like, it was in a museum in Seattle. It was like Lucy, the oldest pre-human ever found. And dude, like, here, I gotta look it up so I can tell you how far back Lucy
I gotta
dates.
look it up now too.
How far?
Lucy, the missing link.
I
No, dude, what? I'm not gonna. That's damn near that's not a human, dude.
Yeah, Australopithecus, dude. That's the ones that are like, yeah, these are pre-humans, and yeah, Lucy, she's just a couple of fucking ribs, like not even the full rib plate. She's just like a little bit of a pelvis, a tailbone, a femur.
Yeah, I gotta be real with you. I am not. Yeah. I stick by after seeing Lucy there. I stick by.
My God, she is 3.2 million years old, buddy. That's fucking crazy.
That's not for me.
So
that's
basically,
not for me. What about you? What about you? What can you conceptualize?
Dude, Homo erectus, bro. Homo erectus,
come on,
for sure. No, dude, this is okay. I'm not gonna say this is a dumb question. This is a good question, but here's the thing. It's very hard. It's very hard because you said Egyptians. I was thinking like humanoids. I was thinking like how far back in the humanoids would you still be attracted to? Because I was gonna say the answer is none. I'm attracted to Homo sapiens, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, well, to a certain point,
yeah.
It's just becoming how much of a human monkey would you bang? So like, for me, because that's the thing is like. Post Egyptian, I feel like there's a lot of different, like, I feel like it gets easier post Egyptian. You know what I mean? Get some French Revolution chicks, hell yeah.
Dude, honestly, I'm going to have to disagree. I feel like the Egyptians really had a solid fucking society, and I think that not only did, I believe that they were well hygiened.
Yeah.
I believe that they dressed well and everything. I think that shit got worse because after, that whole Egyptian period, it's highly theorized that a lot of those people were fucked up by in wars, and a lot of the shit gets destroyed, and then humanity gets set back because so much information is lost. Because I mean, this is thousands and thousands of years ago. So but
there's probably still hot
peaks
chicks.
and valleys, right? You get peaks and valleys from the Egyptian times all the way up until now. You get peaks and valleys. I'd say the furthest back that I see, it's hard for me to visualize because when I visualize someone back in the Egyptian times, they look just like you and me, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe not our skin tones or our general like height or whatever, but
they're probably hairy.
No,
they're probably hairy as hell.
I don't believe that because if you look at human evolution as a whole, what is the Egyptians supposed how long ago is that?
It's got to be BC something.
Isn't it like 10,000 years, or so 4,500 years ago? But some are speculating that is it's twice as long as that. But let's just say 5,000 years ago. It took millions of years for a pre-human to turn into a human. Like, you know what I'm saying? It took actually millions and millions of millions of years.
I know. It's not that far back.
It's not that far back. They look the same. They are humans. They are Homo sapiens. So they are biologically and, on the DNA level, they're the same. You know what I mean? There's obviously going to be weaker immune systems and shit back then, I guess, but
or stronger, depending on who you talk to, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and a lot of times back then, people try to stick to their tribes, right? Because you leave the tribe, dude, you're risking it all. You can get fucking whatever fucking crazy ass disease that the next town over's drinking water has that you don't.
But I feel like post-Egyptian, super easy. It should just be super easy to find a mate post-Egyptian, honestly, or to think of a mate, or like think of like, because dude, listen, you got like hot French Revolution chick, hot Roman chicks in the Roman Empire. I mean, there's probably hot druids and shit at the same time. I mean, there's you get with like all the Chinese concubines and shit through the years. There's probably some hot chicks in the Caribbeans. Oh, everyone was pirating.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like people's IQ
probably Inca chicks are probably hot.
Like really low. Like the IQ level was like super low.
Dude, you're not saying the right words, dude. If you know anything about attractive people, IQ is never an issue.
Bro, I'm just saying. I feel like the Egyptians were smarter than people in fucking medieval times, fucking clubbing each other over the head with fucking clubs. And I don't know. I would say okay, it would have to be either Asian descent or fucking like Middle Eastern for sure.
Yeah.
And they would have to be a long time ago, baby. Like I'm talking, pyramids, or fucking what is it? The fucking whatever dynasty, the first dynasty, like
dude. Yeah, you would have been somebody from Abraham's family,
bro. I don't know. I watched this video more recently that was really interesting, and I already knew this, but I didn't know like how closely or anything, but watched a video. It was like, are all the U.S. presidents related? And how are they related? And it's like, okay, so this guy breaks down each president and says, basically, yes, all of the U.S. presidents are related. And that's like a fact. That's like it's like 90%.
Like some Genghis Khan effect? It's some Genghis Khan shit where so like, basically, hey, we're all...
And I already knew this, but like, think about it. Every white person in America came here on a boat, dude. Like, so yeah, we're all related. Yes, basically, you can trace your ancestry all back to like a ship that came over here. And all the U.S. presidents are related, but it's just how closely they are related that is coincidental.
When did your parents come over here? Or your grandparents or whatever?
Dude, I've tried looking into my family's ancestry. It's all behind a paywall, of course. They want you to fucking pay to find even deeper archives. But from what I can tell is that my great-grandfather was born in Hurricane, West Virginia, and his great-grandpa was also born there too. So,
okay, so you're like some of the originals. You guys been here for a long time.
They came from France is what we believe, and
You're French, dude? Oh no.
they changed their last name too. It used to be Savon or Savon, yeah, something like that, and then it turned into Sovine, and then yeah, it's my great
So you're
grandfather's
French.
name. He was Don Sovine, of French descent. Yeah,
Oh, no.
a little bit, dude. But I don't claim that shit though, right? I don't claim
Okay,
that.
dude, one of the funniest memes that I saw. Not saying that Ukraine memes are funny, but I think it was like the second day that they got invaded, and it was just breaking news: France surrenders.
Damn, bro. Oh, dude, they're gonna hold that L forever, baby. They're holding it forever. That is
Dude,
too funny, man.
My family came here from Poland.
I knew it. I was gonna say you all fucking
Not-
Polish.
Yeah, not like not too long ago. So I can't say that I'm probably related to a lot of the presidents because I want to
Be
say,
surprised.
let's see, my grandpa, I don't know. He's either my great grandparents or great great grandparents came here from Poland, but we're Czechoslovakian. Yeah, we're Czechoslovakian, Polish, Hungarian. And then we all kind of think that we probably came from the Russian area from there. So we probably went west a little bit and then made the deep plunge west to the United States. And then my grandpa is from my mom's side of the family is from French Canada. So we're French Canadian.
Get this.
So I guess I have some French in me too.
Hey, I mean, hey, we're
Likely.
white people, right? We're white people, so we definitely have something in common over there.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that's based. How about this, Zane? Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama are related. They are eighth cousins, twice removed. How about that? That is a fact.
Wait, how do you get removed? What does that mean?
Twice removed.
What does twice removed mean?
Would mean, okay, so eighth cousins. So now listen, dude.
Thinking caps
I have
on.
to visualize this. It's like, okay, so if you have a cousin that has a kid, that is your cousin once removed, your first cousin once removed, right?
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Okay, cousin
no,
has
it all
a
depends
kid.
on-
That is
Because okay, so first cousins they share a grandparent, but second cousins share only a great grandparent. Third cousins share a great great grandparent, and so on and so on. So once removed, would be like if your cousin's kid. Now that would be your grandfather would be their great grandfather. So that means they're your cousin once removed. Right?
okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I don't know. You're educating me, bro. I don't know.
No. Yeah. That's how it is. That's how it goes. It's all your relation to like past generations. So basically what they're saying is that Jimmy Carter and Barack Obama technically they have a common grandfather who for Jimmy Carter is 8 grandpas away and 10 grandpas away for Barack on his side. But that's how they're related. Like,
Dude, how did this guy get all this
cousins.
information? Like, how many years did he spend making this pointless assertion?
George W. Bush is related to Barack Obama. 10th cousins twice removed. So,
okay. I mean, shit.
Here's the thing, dude. Ever since this country was founded, there has been national archives, baby. So all this shit is tracked. Okay? There is census that have always. I mean, hey, listen, dude. When it was fucking 1850 and you were bored as fuck and had nothing to do, you just wrote people's names down, right? And like, oh, let's just take a tally, right? Let's take a tally, because also you got to think about voting registry. Okay, people are registered to vote. Basically since the dawn of this country, like, or people would be voting for presidents, which would require a name and some type of address, right, or something. So it's easy to archive the people, right? And especially if you're in a presidential bloodline, dude, they definitely keep track on all that shit. They have records.
I'm like,
and also family trees, dude, is a serious record that people still to this day keep. Everybody's got a family tree that they keep up with.
I'm like burning to make a Barack Obama birth certificate joke, but I just can't figure out how to do it.
Yeah, that
I just wanted to say it. Born in Hawaii, my guy. Come on, that
cop out.
That is the McLovin. That is the most McLovin birth certificate I have ever seen in my life.
It does look pretty phony, but hey,
it does look like. I'm not going to say that it was or wasn't. I don't care. I don't. I thought he was an okay president. Killed a lot of people, but okay president. But I mean, dude, to today's standard, nice. You know what I mean? Like, shit, a great president to today's standards. But
hell yeah.
But if you ever seen it, like, have you looked up his birth certificate? It looks
I've
pretty
literally
bad.
I've seen photos of it. Yeah.
It looks kind of trash.
It looks terrible, to be honest. But yeah.
Not that I give a shit.
But yeah, all the presidents are related, and guess what? You right now listening, just go pay $25 on Ancestry.com and you'll find out all the presidents you're related to, because they're archived. All your shit is archived.
Whatever you do not do any DNA tests.
No, you don't have to do. Hey, I'm not saying do the DNA test. That's like $80.
Don't do it.
You can.
I mean, like, dude, there's been so much shit about people getting the DNA tests, and then basically what those companies do is they sell your DNA to
shit
data compilers. I don't know what else they do with it, but I think they like put your DNA for like testing and shit. It's actually kind of sus if you look into it. So don't do any of that DNA testing bullshit. You've been warned.
Yeah, it is kind of.
It's sus. Not even. I don't even think it's a conspiracy theory, by the way.
Yeah, well, what I'm saying is pay $25 on Ancestry, and it just has a powerful AI that is going to find your records, all of your family history's records. Like, it'll go back as far as records exist, like, which can be like hundreds of years, which is pretty cool.
Dude, my family did that. Somebody in my family did it, because last time we did like a family reunion, they thought it'd be cool. They didn't get that far. I think that my family is just some poor nobodies. My ancestors were just, living in the streets, dog. So.
Most likely, dude. And here's the other thing. It takes a lot of research on your end, too, to figure everything out and build your family tree. Like, it's not easy. You have to have hours set aside to be able to research this kind of stuff. So, hey, it's fun to do and whatnot. It's just one of those time-consuming things. And I think we've talked about it on the podcast before as well. But, I mean, hey, I recommend if you want to fucking figure out, how much African you got in you, or how much Roland is going to be asking, how Filipino am I? And I'm going to be like, pretty Filipino, actually, dude. You got a large percentage in you.
I got to be honest, it's something I didn't really care that much about.
What,
honestly,
ethnicities and nationalities?
No, like where I came from and all that. I didn't ultimately care that much.
I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to know who my real father was. No, I'm joking. When I was 9, I asked my mom. And I know this is kind of personal, but I asked my mother. I said, "How come I don't look like my dad?" She just started crying, and I was like, "What the fuck?" I just wanted to know I didn't look like dad. I only look like you. And she's like, he's not your real father.
Oh, jeez.
But he is my real father. I mean, to me, he's my real dad. He fucking raised me. He's my dad. I love him with all my heart. You know what I'm saying? Like getting a little soft over here. But anyways, moving on. So Zane, do you have any other kind of topics you'd like to bring up before I pull us into the weeds, baby?
I mean, I'm down to go into the weeds. I wanted to do a short thing on Biden's state of address, but I was going to be more prepared. I forgot to be more prepared because there's something specific that I wanted to talk about.
His State of the Union?
Yeah, he has a plan. He has a plan in his state of address, or his State of the Union address, that was sus as hell. And I wanted to just go over it for just 1 second, because he basically dressed it up as something that's really good. I mean, honestly, he had me at the first half, because he was talking about reinvesting in America, reinvesting in all this shit, making jobs local, really like getting the industrious into America back to work, I guess. I don't know. But ultimately, I'm scrolling through this at the same time, so if I'm sounding like shit, sorry. But ultimately, I think is the bipartisan infrastructure plan.
Yes, I looked into that. Yes.
Yes. I believe in here. I just wanted to talk about it because it's one of those things where they sneak shit in.
Mm-hmm.
Because they basically make these laws so big that nobody could really ever look through all of it. But there is one big thing in here that is one of the most sus things I have ever seen in my life. Where is it? I don't want to. You got to take over for a second because I want to find this.
All right, yeah, find it. Yeah,
I want to make sure that it's correct and that it is actually in this bill, because it has. I just wanted to talk about how sus this is, basically.
Yeah. Well, I didn't really care for the State of the Union because 75% of it was just old people standing up clapping. So that was a pretty big waste of time. It's like, okay, sit down, shut the fuck up. Let's hear what this guy's got to say. It didn't need to be an hour long or whatever. But I mean, hey, Biden wasn't really hard to talk shit. The guy wasn't really fucking up his lines or anything. He was actually pretty awake.
Yeah, they had him
for that one.
They had him on that cocaine.
They had him fucking. They were like,
cocaine,
hey, they were like, no lean this morning, buddy. You gotta fucking stand up for this. Nancy Pelosi, dude, she looked like a fucking.
She looks
wreck.
crazy. She looks crazy.
She looked
dog.
like a fucking baboon did her makeup, bro. Like it looked like a crazy monkey just painted her face for her. That's what she looked like. And they're like shouting. They're like shouting out everybody. Like, I don't know. The State of the Union seemed a little like tailgatey. You know what I mean? It didn't seem very.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's got
better.
a super, super low approval rating, so they were really hamming it up for him.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
I think I found it. I think I found enough to where I can say this may be fake news. It's probably not, but I think I found enough to give me the okay to talk about it, because I do think that it is in this bill. So basically, a lot of the stuff is good, to be honest with you. I mean, yeah, we need to reinvest in ourselves and all this shit. We do. We don't need to spend more, but what else is there to do at this point? Let's be real. Definitely inflation is just going to have its way with us anyway. Not saying that it's good or bad, whatever. There is one thing in here. It's called public-private partnerships. And this is making it so basically you can now invest in a stock as a public enterprise. So let's say there's a teachers union or let's say there's a small municipality of teachers or something like that, or government workers. Usually for their 401s or their retirement, it has to be in like bonds or international debt or something boring. They can't just buy Apple stock. But now, if you do this bipartisan plan or whatever, they can just buy JP Morgan stock. And then JP Morgan can never fail, because then what would we do with all of our workers? We can't let them down. Their 401ks in JP Morgan. So you see where that could be a major issue. If you put that in and you say, okay, let's put all of our money, or let's put a significant portion of pension workers' money into JP Morgan. So now, if we have another housing bubble or a collapse and JP Morgan is doing some really sus shit and they should go down for it, it's going to be just like the 2008 crisis, where too big to fail, we can't let them fail. Bail them out with everything that we have.
Everything.
Because we can't let the teachers' pension fail. So basically they'll be marrying all that shit with private companies, which on one hand, it does sound great. Tesla went up like 200, 300% in the last couple of years. Amazing. We could have that for our teachers. But at the same time, it's like it incentivizes. Basically, it's basically like incentivizing government contracts for specific companies and just marrying the two. So basically, you could go, hey, I'm going to invest all the teachers' 401s into Boeing, and then I'm going to make massive Boeing government contracts, and we're just going to fucking wrestle around naked in a fucking sheet of $100 bills. You know what I mean? That's basically what would be going on. So that's just one of those things that is just extremely sus that they just throw into these bills. So
yeah, hell yeah.
It's like when you see people with bumper stickers that have like Joe Biden, Build Back Better plan, Green New Deal, this is what I want. You have no idea what's in that plan. Don't endorse any plan like I sit around and I wait for them to approve or deny plans, but I usually do not celebrate over any plan because they are massive and they sneak shit in all the time. So I just wanted to talk very quickly about just one sneaky little bomb that caught my attention.
I salute that, brother. That was fucking well said. Thank you for that information. That's crazy, man. Yeah, you're right. It's some sneaky bullshit. And hey, is this 100% gonna happen? Maybe not.
No, I mean they can't pass anything. They've got like a
dude.
They got like a dead Congress, dude, because of Joe Manchin, the homie.
So yeah, 2024 is coming up. We'll see what happens, baby. Definitely not going to be. It's definitely not going to be Trump. All right, people need to stop. It's not going to.
I don't know.
Not going to happen, dude.
I don't know anymore.
No. We don't need any more fucking 80-year-olds in the White House. Okay.
So many people want something. We're right back because like we wanted a big change off of Obama, and then they gave us Hillary, and we were like, nah, fuck that. Who are they going to put in? Who are they going to put in from the Democrats?
Oh,
I think that honestly, Joe Manchin might be the only one from the Democrats that they could go for, but none of the like hardcore liberals will vote for Manchin. Only the old Democrats will vote for Manchin. So it's like, who do you put in? I know that Republicans, I mean, between if Trump is even, because here's the thing, they're going to try and make it so that Trump isn't even allowed to run. So they're going to try and pull some shit where it's like, oh, well, he's not allowed to run for whatever reason, which is, I don't know, that's a pretty sus area to be in, where we're literally telling people that they're not allowed, especially previous presidents, that they're not allowed to run. But between him and God, what is the Florida senator or the Florida governor?
Come on, I know his name. Jesus.
Oh, I gotta look it up now.
Yeah. God damn it.
Florida.
Anyways, I mean, yeah.
Ron
I don't know.
DeSantis.
Ron DeSantis. God
Between
damn it.
Trump and DeSantis,
People are yelling at us right now through their radio.
Yeah, between him and DeSantis, I mean, that's pretty stacked, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, those are two, from a Republican standpoint, those are two heavy hitters from the they're both seem to be strong leaders. They're both kind of representative of the opposite of what people want, at least what the Republicans want. They're kind of counterculture in that way, which I think, and not to go on too much of a tangent, but I think that these, I was talking to my brother the other day, and I was just thinking, like, I had just watched, do you watch Channel 5?
Oh, yeah. Did you watch the trucker convoy?
Yeah, I watched the trucker convoy.
Andrew Callahan,
on Channel 5.
dude.
Yeah, on Andrew Callahan, Channel 5. Check him out if you guys haven't seen it. It's Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan on YouTube. He makes great videos.
Bro, he's going hard, man.
Yeah. We're talking about a specific video. It's about an hour long that he made on the trucker convoy, which we've talked about on this podcast before. I watched that, and I was just thinking, the thing that came to my mind was just how good are these Russian troll farms, really?
Dude, I know, bro.
How good can they be? Because we now have two political parties that no longer make any sense at all.
Yep.
We have Republicans, people that love the country, love all this. They love capitalism. They love democracy. They love everything that America stands for, American independence. And they're out there talking about and defending authoritarian in Russia.
Yeah, bro. They're literally
that doesn't make any sense
with Putin, bro.
If you look at like Cold War, Republicans hated Russia.
Oh yeah,
they hated them. They were at Russia's throat. Now it's the complete opposite, where they think Russia is friend.
They think it's a false flag operation, bro. And
he literally like kills opposition leaders in Russia. Like, he tried to poison Alexei Navalny, and it's like, so they're out there on Russia's side, and meanwhile, Democrats want to go to World War III.
It's flipped.
Like, what? Democrats now want war? What is going on? How good are these troll farms? Like, how are they this good that they're completely reprogramming at large scale entire political parties?
Yeah.
Like, how good could they possibly be? They must be amazing.
Yeah, dude, they're fucking like the leaders of propaganda, and it's super easy to, like, you already know the process. You've already heard the process. It's all happening via social media and like these forums and these people who are like organizing events. And then it was funny how all those people on the convoy, none of them know who the fucking leader was. And then only a few people really know who's truly leading it. And then she bails on it when it's starting to get closer to the White House or to fucking DC. She bails on it. And then another group of a couple people take it over, and they're like, yeah, we're going to finish this convoy. And they're like, Super disorganized. Nobody agrees on one reason why they're even there. Like everybody has a different reason. Like, oh, we're just here to, combat inflation. And then there's people that are there because they're like, uh, Russia is literally performing like, or they're like what you're seeing on the TV is literally CGI and fake, and that's not real bombs going off, and that it's just a distraction. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? How could you actually believe that? I mean, hey,
I just don't
dude,
get it. I
those
don't
troll
get it.
farms
Like,
are strong, man. They're
it's
strong.
crazy. Call me an optimist or just call me straight stupid, but I kind of thought that we had like a better hold on, critical thinking. Like, like I just don't know. I mean, I don't know. Growing up, I just thought that the adults had like a better hold on things. But as I grow older, I mean, it just gets worse and worse. And I can't think that it was always this bad. But at the same time, you think about how malleable the public is now, and then you think about like the God, what do they call it? The industrial complex. I forget what the
Okay.
first word is.
The
The military industrial complex, and how
Yeah.
we've gotten like drigging into war after war after war. And then you think like all that
yeah.
all that propaganda used to be in house. It all used to be in house. So that's how we used to do all that shit. All of these countries had all their propaganda in house. But now we have propaganda outsourced, and now we see how fractured everything is. So I think that like people were always this malleable, but we just had in-house propaganda, so it wasn't as bad. But now it's just crazy.
Yeah, it's out of control. It's obviously I recommend to watch that document. Watch the whole thing. It's an hour long. I get it, but watch that whole thing. The last like 10 minutes of it are super good when he meets up with that one guy who is, has done some film work with him, and he just kind of gives him a rundown of like his take on the whole thing. And that's like the best part of the interview. I mean, it's entertaining the whole thing, but like the last 10 minutes of it are super good. I loved that. But I don't know. Moving on from that, I want to segue into some other shit. I want to get a little.
Yeah. Getting off of that, bring us into the weeds, because that was the weeds.
Okay,
so
baby.
We must be going into a thicket.
We're going into the thicket. Is this mainstream news coming up? Absolutely, baby. Well, kind of. I actually ended up seeing a headline about this, but before I say anything like that, I want to point out that yesterday I fucking cleansed my ears, baby. I was having vertigo. I was like, what the fuck? And some weird shit leaked out of my ear a few like last week. And I was like, what the fuck is this? It wasn't quite earwax, but it was like almost earwax. It was just like more liquid. And I was feeling hella dizzy and shit. Like I'll just get the spins out of nowhere. Well, yesterday, dude, I was finished with it. So I pumped my ears out, and out came these fucking corks, baby,
Wait, how did you pump your ears out?
with a syringe, a baby syringe. Like the little bulbous, like.
You just sucked it out, or what?
No, you throw you spray water into your ear at a very high, like a quick pressure. And
Damn, are you sure that was like? Is that good for you?
Yeah, have you ever had your ears pumped before?
No, I've never done that.
So the way it works is what you'll do is you'll put a little like earwax removal in the ear, or like hydrogen peroxide. What that does is it kind of breaks up the earwax buildup. And then So if this is your ear, right, and here's the syringe, pregnant. No, I'm joking. I meant. So it just, you want to like aim it at your eardrum or not. It's not going to hit your eardrum. You want to aim it at like the wall of your ear, so
Ear
that
canal.
the water literally loops. It comes in, it swoops and pushes everything out as you're fucking squeezing the water through. So like if you go to any like urgent care, they'll do it for like $15, right? They'll put the fucking and it'll just wash out. Well, out comes some big. I was gonna show pictures, but that's too it's too fucking disgusting. Like literally black cork is what came out of my ears. That's what it looked like.
Damn, bro.
Like, and now, dude, I can hear the neighbors better than ever. I can fucking I can hear my own heart beating when I'm supposed to be relaxed. No, but in all honesty, I got that treble back in my ears, baby.
I need that.
It feels good.
I need that because for some reason when I listen to my in-ear shit, I can have it on like full blast in my left ear, can't hear fucking jack shit. But in my right ear, I can hear it like totally normal.
Yeah.
I need that.
Dude, it feels great. And no more dizziness, no more fucking vertigo, baby. Literally, it felt like I was standing on a record player. Dude, it was bad.
Dude,
it was bad.
Sometimes when I close my eyes, I feel like that. I think I've got like in-house, like actual fucked up brain vertigo.
Rachel was telling me it's from fluid in the ears. And I was like, holy shit. Now that the fluid is gone, I'm like, that's absolutely right. That has to be what it is. I was tripping, dude, before
I think I've just got like perma vertigo.
Dude, take $15 down to the urgent care, say, I think my ears are clogged, and they'll do it in 10 minutes, dude, and then it's done. They'll be like, and I swear to God, they like doing it. They think it's fun because they don't get to do it that often. Every time I've ever asked them, they get excited. They come in with their little spray bottle and they're like, ooh, like, let's see what we get. They put this fucking cup under your ear. You kind of lay on your side. And the way theirs is on a spray bottle with a tube. And they're, and it's fucking cycling through your ear and spilling right back out of your ear. And out comes, dude, it is fucked up. It's like a nightmare.
I always imagined I'd go to one of those places where they like light a candle over your ear.
Oh, no, that shit doesn't work. That shit does not work, bro. That can actually ruin, I've read that can seriously damage your fucking ears.
Nice.
Yeah. That's some witchcraft bullshit. Don't try that at home, guys.
Love that. I love that for me.
Definitely go to an urgent care and have them do it to you first, and then you'll know how to do it yourself at home, basically.
All right, but what is the weeds? That
so
can't
in the
be
weeds.
The weeds.
Okay, that's not the weeds, baby, and it's great. We've still got plenty of time for this. I listened to a podcast today. I was going to bring this up when you were talking about podcasts, but I don't know if you heard about this, but in the year 2000, or maybe it was even 1999, have you ever seen the show Band of Brothers?
I think so.
It was an HBO series. I don't quote me on who created the series. All I know is that for episode 5, it was directed by Tom Hanks, the Tom Hanks we all know and love. Episode 5. Don't look anything up. Don't look.
Just looked up Band of Brothers, dude, just to see if I had seen it.
Okay, don't look up the headlines for this other shit though, because I need your honest opinions about this. But so, Tom Hanks is directing episode 5, right? He's got an actor there that just doesn't look like he's quite right for the shot. So what does Tom Hanks do? He fucking has him fired right there. He goes, kind of had some dead eyes. So he gets replaced in the scene. Some little bit character actor in the show who only had 1 or 2 lines got fired for having dead eyes, right? So this guy, and his name is Connor Ratliff. It was the actor. He was just playing a bit part in the show Band of Brothers. He gets fired, right? Well, flash forward until now, this year, he made a podcast. They had like 30 episodes or some shit. And the fucking podcast was called Dead Eyes. And it was him trying to get Tom Hanks' attention. And he wanted to get Tom Hanks as a guest to confront him about firing him on the set of Band of Brothers. And guess who was on his podcast today?
Was it Tom Hanks?
It was Tom Hanks.
No shot,
Yes.
dude. He got Tom Hanks in 30 episodes, dude. We're coming up on 20, dog.
Yeah, Tom Hanks. You said that I had shit lips when we kissed when I was 6 years old. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I fucking dude. I love Tom Hanks. He's definitely one of my favorite actors of all times. That's all aside from the point.
How did he get him?
So what happened was he started this podcast and is literally complaining like, Tom Hanks said this is his story, dude. This is his life story. I was a young character actor on this set and Tom Hanks fired me because I had dead eyes. And I don't know how much he exaggerated the story or how much of it's even true, but this is what happened, dude. Tom Hanks comes on his show, and I just want to give some pretext here. I think this is creepy. I think this is
this is weird as it
little
like, dude, do something.
psychopathic.
Dude, do something better with your life. Move on. You know what I mean? Like,
So,
move on.
yes. And that's dude, that's exactly what Tom Hanks was kind of saying, dude. Like, Tom Hanks, don't get me wrong, he was the nicest guy in the world, but here's a little bit of how this conversation went. So, besides the fact this is creepy as hell, not only did he get Tom Hanks on the podcast, but he set the room that they interviewed in together the same way the audition room when he was on Band of Brothers. Like recreating the atmosphere back then to see if Tom Hanks would be like familiar with it. Bro, the guy...
Which, of course, he wasn't.
All right, that's red flag number 3 or 4 at this point. So basically, here's my takeaway. Tom, he was as pleasant as he possibly could be, right? I mean, super professional guy. But on the other hand, he is an actor, so how much cap does he have? You know what I'm saying? Is he capping? He's a great actor.
He's got a lot of cap. He's got a lot of cap.
But I mean, he was being ultra pleasant, like super nice to this guy. I mean, it's basically like doing Make-A-Wish at this point. But it's like Tom Hanks basically says, my son and my daughter had brought this to my attention, and I felt like I needed to speak on this. That's why he was there. He wanted to clear the air on this, right?
Oh, so he knew what he was getting himself into.
He knew what he was getting himself into.
Oh,
and
okay,
I thought that was so. I didn't know that, like, listening to the fucking podcast for the first time, because like, is he gonna just like set him up like, hey, so like, what's the first movie you ever were in? Do you remember firing me? Do you remember firing me? Like, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be, bro.
Yeah,
that's
I thought he was gonna lull him into a false
exactly.
sense of security.
Literally, bro. Fuck that. The fucking seat has a bear trap in it.
Yeah, just lull him
Never
in,
know.
like,
I don't
oh,
know. But anyways, so basically Tom just straight up, he's just denying having any knowledge of this encounter, right? He denies, right? And instantly the guy's just like starts telling him like what exactly his experience was and what happened, how he got fired. Fucking Tom Hanks is literally saying like, my heart is racing right now hearing this story. He actually says, I actually did that? I actually said that? And then he's like, this is bone chilling. Like, this is him reacting to the guy like pouring his heart out. It's kind of awkward. He's also saying things like, not a single moment of this rings a bell to me. let me take full responsibility. And then he starts explaining to this guy, hey, I hope you understand, like, directors make 1,000 decisions a day. And that he was explaining to this guy that he may have been watching dailies of takes, and what he's like, what happens is there's a small group of people, like the inner sanctum, that they get to watch the dailies and they call the shots. They go, that shit doesn't work. That fucking dolly isn't working. The camera is shaking, whatever it is. This actor doesn't look right for this scene. They talk all this shit while they're watching the dailies. So it has to be in like a locked away room where nobody can hear their conversation because they're talking shit. Right? Yeah. And so basically Tom is just like, I don't know who told you I said you had dead eyes, but that should have never been said to you. Like, because it's supposed to stay in the inner sanctum. It's not supposed to be said to you. And he said, and that's what I really feel is a disservice here. He's like, it should have never been put to you that way. And for you to be fired after you're already on set,
dude, he's
filming scenes.
Hey, are we ready for? I'm on set 3.
Oh no, sorry, kid, you're fired. Tommy said you had dead eyes. Get out of here.
I mean, that's kind of what happened. Which, hey, that does suck. I get it.
That would suck.
20 years ago, it sucked. It should not still suck today, right?
No.
A little sussy. You made a podcast about it. And what I feel like is the weirdest part about it is he seems like Tom Hanks' biggest fan. Literally seems like Tom Hanks' biggest fan. And I want to just say right now, because I have to, he asks Tom Hanks to reconsider him for a role at the end of the podcast.
Hey, I mean, dude, honestly, he put in more work than most, I guess. 30 episodes? What was he talking about for 30 episodes?
He was interviewing people trying to get
claw his way up to Tom Hanks.
Basically claw his way up, get more people interested in his story. Like he was interviewing other celebrities or actors and stuff.
Dude, we're gonna. Honestly, we need his help,
dude.
We need his help in 30 episodes. If you can get to Tom Hanks, bro, we need your help.
Listen, dude, halfway through the interview, Tom is literally like, "Well, if we got rid of you for anything, it would be most likely if you were out of shape or not the right height or something." And he asked him, he's like, "Were you overweight back then?" And the guy tries to defend himself. He's like, "I wasn't overweight, but I wasn't I wasn't unhealthy." But it was he tried to say he was normal, but it was the dude was kind of pudgy. And he was supposed to be
fat vibes.
He was supposed to be playing a paratrooper, which and anybody in the goddamn 1940s is definitely only weighing 120 pounds jumping out of planes, right? These are 18-year-olds. They don't.
I mean, more than 120.
They don't weigh 210, dude.
They don't weigh 210, but they're more than 120.
Back then, dude, all this fucking 18-year-olds signing up.
Let's say 160, dude. Let's say 160. Dude, I'm 145. I'm 145, 150. I'm 5'10", and I'm fucking skin and bones, dog.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah,
they're
but you're also
160.
tall. You're taller, and I'm just saying.
5'10", dog.
Back then, the average human man was a lot less in weight. I'm telling you, bro. I'm just saying.
Well, maybe
he didn't fit the part. He didn't fit the part. That's
we can agree on.
That's the vibes I'm getting. That's the vibes that Tom must have been getting. Because
okay, I've got a.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, he's saying Tom is he's trying to figure out why he would fire someone that only had 10 seconds of screen time. Because the guy only had 10 seconds of screen time, and Tom's sitting there going there's no reason I would have to fire someone if they were only getting 10 seconds unless something was really wrong. And he was kept emphasizing it wasn't right. And then the conversation goes more into they're having a conversation, right? But underneath each of their conversation, another conversation is happening where this guy is going, could have something been done? Could have something gone a different way? And Tom Hanks, in his undertones, is saying, don't be the type of person to hold on to a grudge because that'll get you nowhere in this business. That's what he was repeating.
Well, I mean, yeah, he
That's
didn't
what he
go
was
anywhere
saying.
for 20 years, right?
And he wasn't necessarily projecting that straight onto the guy that was interviewing him, but he was putting that out as a general rule of thumb. But I felt like it was pretty clear he's telling this guy, like, I hope you have not based your life off of this.
Which is pretty clear that to some certain degree he has.
The dude was talking to the microphone in such an intimate way too. Like before, like pre and post pod, he was like, and then Tom Hanks. Well, let me try to do his voice. He's like, and then no, I can't, dude. It's really cringy. He sounds like super nerdy. And then Tom Hanks put his arm around me, and then he signed my CD or whatever. Like, bro, it was
God.
it was weird. It was weird.
All right, I'm going to hit you with a hot take for this one.
Go ahead.
I'm going to say props to that guy because he didn't try and stalk and murder him.
True.
And you know what? That's what most people would do. And I think that it takes more effort to hold on to it for 20 years, make a 30-episode podcast, to psyops your way into getting him onto your podcast and then confronting him face to face than it would be to stalk and try and murder him. So you know what? Good. That's a better way than most. It's a better way to deal with your grudge issue problems than most. So you know what? At the very least, you probably got some closure from it.
Yeah, he absolutely did. But he was also trying to say, like, oh, I got over this years ago. Like,
No, you
this
didn't.
isn't, but it was like,
No. Denial.
no, you didn't. You got over it the second Tom started talking to your face. That's
Denial.
the second you got over it. I don't know. I feel like he guilt tripped somebody. Here's the thing, dude. That was his boss, right? If your boss lets you go because you're not performing your duties or don't fit the role, how can you be mad for 20 years at your boss?
I'm about to go through
maybe
that
not
now.
even mad. Maybe not necessarily mad is the right word, but like begrudgingly or like with a grudge. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
I might
know.
go through that now and I might be happier immediately.
That's what,
So-
dude. That's what Tom Hanks said. He said, you know, the worst moment of your life, or is yeah, it was something like that. Like the worst moment of your life is the best because of the opportunities it creates. You know, something along those lines. And it's like
The opportunity to start a podcast in 15 years.
true. The guy doesn't really work much besides that. He's like a comedian or writer. Never heard of him before.
Dude, I don't see how... Dude, I was thinking about this the other day. How do people that do that shit make money?
They don't make money.
Yeah, but how do they, like, live? I'm out here
Very-
working 50 hours scrapping
So-
by. Like, how do you live doing
Tom
that
Hanks
shit?
asked him what he did for a living right after the thing. And the guy was like, well, after that, I got a job doing this. I got a job working at a daycare. I got a job working. He worked at Barnes and a bookstore for 13 years.
For damn. Damn.
But
I
he
couldn't-
said-
I don't
but he
think I
said
could do
he-
that.
Yeah. He said that he loved his job, though, because he got to be around books a lot and he loved to read. So, I mean, he was a
that's
he was a
cool.
nerd. So, obviously, the bookstore, totally.
I mean, come on.
No, I mean, he didn't seem too upset about that, but like he spent 13 years there. But here's the thing. His little role on Band of Brothers would have been nothing spectacular. It was literally 2 seconds. 10
Well, I
seconds.
just
It was
don't
like
know.
10
I don't know why he didn't just keep doing the. Because where did you live to do Band of Brothers? I have to assume that he lived in L.A. or something, right?
I can't remember where they. No, they were filming that shit in England, bro. They were filming it in like historical sites.
Well, how did he get
He was
cast
in
onto
England.
it? And
Bro, his audition tape got him onto the thing. He had already got fitted for a costume. He had already been
No, I
on the
know.
set, my guy. And then he got
But I'm just saying, like, usually they do that. They do all that talent scouting and stuff in LA, and then I'm just thinking about where did they do the interview for the podcast? It must have been LA too, because that's where most actors are from. So that's where.
yeah.
I mean, if you were going to get concurrent people on your podcast, guests or whatever, and then leading up to Tom Hanks, I would assume that it'd be based in California somehow.
Yeah,
right?
I'm pretty sure it is. But hey, I didn't listen to all 30 episodes because the guy seems pretty wacky for even doing that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
I don't know.
I'm probably not
It's
even
a
going to
little
listen to
sussy.
one.
Don't. I would say if you had the time, listen to if you saw a clip on YouTube of a portion or a compilation of that podcast with Tom Hanks, it's worth watching it. Tom Hanks is a class act, obviously, and actually offered some pretty wise words and made the guy definitely feel better. It was like, talking some sense into him a little bit. Like, hey dude, chill.
Are you
It's
going
all
to be
good.
okay?
We can be friends. Like, that's kind of what
Well,
I
we
don't
can be
know.
friends. Well,
the way I saw
that's
it.
the thing. That's the thing, though, too, that I was going to talk about with the LA stuff is that, I mean, if you still live in California and you got on Band of Brothers and all that, like, you'd think that you'd keep trying to go with acting, right? Like, I don't know why that he got denied from that and then he just went and worked in a bookstore for 13 years. Why wouldn't you just try and get another job as an actor?
Tom Hanks was saying, hey, sometimes I didn't get the parts. Sometimes I was let go from parts. But guess what? I fucking just kept, like, he was still passionate about it. And he still continued to find work. And look at Tom Hanks now. He's fucking winning Academy Awards, baby. He literally
Like
came
a
up.
billionaire, dude.
He came up with the idea for Castaway one day when he saw like an airplane flying over the sky. He was like, "Oh, what if that plane crashed in the fucking ocean? That'd be crazy. I want to
started
be in
making
that
out with
movie."
a fucking volleyball.
Or a mermaid or some shit like he used to do in the 80s. Oh yeah, baby. It's a Splash reference. Don't tell me you've never seen Splash, dude. Are you
Never
fucking
seen Splash.
joking? Oh my god. Come on, bro. With John Candy, Daryl Hannah. Dude, he like falls in love with a fucking mermaid and he like
I'm so
takes her
cool.
into
I
his
don't even know
apartment.
who. I'm so cool. I don't even know who Don Candy is.
John Candy? You don't know
John
who,
Candy.
have you
Let me
ever
look
seen
him up. I only know faces, dude. I only know faces. I
you
don't know who
John
anybody
Candy.
is.
He's in most John Hughes movies. He's in fucking
Okay,
Uncle Buck.
I somewhat know who John Candy is. Yes.
Oh yeah. Definitely looks like he died of a heart attack, right?
I honestly would. The thing is, too, is I would never know this guy's name. Honestly.
What?
I've seen him like once or twice.
Dude, he's an international treasure, baby. He's Canadian, I believe. Right?
Yeah, well, he looks like a nice guy. No,
Yeah,
no
dude.
offense to John Candy or John Candy stands out there.
Yeah, John Candy's a fucking OG, dude. Come on, bruh. You got to get with it. You've never seen The Great Outdoors? Dan Aykroyd?
I don't
Planes,
think so.
Trains, and Automobiles with Steve Martin
I've
and
seen
John
that.
Candy?
I've seen that.
Come on, baby. That's a classic, man. It's a classic,
Dude.
baby. Okay.
There are
Summer
too many
Rental,
shitty
gotta see
movies.
it. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I just love John Candy. But moving on. Anyways, Tom Hanks, got mad respect for you, OG. Way to put that fucking basket back in his
Cringe
case,
Lord.
dude. That
Cringe
was fucking
Lord.
a little weird. Not gonna lie. He held his end of the buck up, his end of the bargain up. He's not gonna get shitty tabloids written about him after this episode is, out into the fucking zeitgeist, into the public. It's gonna be a win-win. Okay. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it was entertaining to listen to, I guess. But yeah,
Hell of a story, honestly.
Yeah, isn't that fucking weird, bro?
It's weird, but as I said, like I'm just glad. There's I don't know if you're gonna be that weird, at least be weird in the somewhat endearing. I mean, I'm not gonna say that like it's not weird, creepy, and shouldn't be replicated, but at the same time, it's like it's not that bad. You know, like it's almost comical, and in a way, there's a divine comedy aspect to it. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that that's artistic at the very least.
Yeah, I agree. Is there any other kind of topics you want to dive into before we start wrapping this baby up?
Shit, not really. Not really. Nothing that couldn't be
How about
held for
this?
the next one.
Just hey, really briefly, because this is hot. We were supposed to talk about it last week, dude. Disney Plus, baby, they're going rated R. Disney is going rated R. Did you fucking hear about this?
Good, dude.
So,
Dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to see Disney tits. All right, I guarantee Disney tits are
Blue
going to be
tits,
the
green
absolute
tits, purple
creme
tits,
de la
yellow tits.
creme. They're going to be creme de la creme. I cannot wait to see what Disney executives will find as the perfect pair of tits to flash on the screen really quick while we're trying out this rated R thing just this once.
Yeah,
That's
well,
what I'm looking
so
forward
what
to.
it is the if you know about the Mandalorian and the Book of Boba Fett and all the new Star Wars series coming out, they're pretty graphic. They're not rated R. They're kind of graphic. They have some language. They're like PG-13, right? Well, they were highly popular. And there's a lot of Marvel content and Marvel characters that are rated R. Just to name a few, is like the newest like Daredevil shit is like rated R, and they're adding it to fucking Disney Plus as you can optionally turn on in the parental controls if you want a maturity filter. But baby, they're going. When I say they're going rated R, they're gonna go all in because I want people to understand and know that Disney. So there's 6 media corporations that run the United States of America, and Disney is the largest in the world as far as media goes. I mean, they're a conglomerate. Look at them. They're one of 6 of the largest conglomerates, and they're literally responsible for the majority of the movie and film industry as we know it. So how many rated R titles does Disney inadvertently own through all of the companies they've absorbed? They're
Probably a lot.
they're already profiting off of rated R movies and have been since 92 when they acquired Miramax from Bob and Harvey Weinstein. And they let Bob and Harvey Weinstein fucking run Miramax until '05 when they started the Weinstein Company. But they owned all of that. I mean, so Disney was making money off of Pulp Fiction and fucking Reservoir Dogs and fucking Scream and fucking all those independent thrillers and horror movies that were coming out in the 90s. All of those fucking Halloween movies that were being distributed by fucking whatever. What was that? I can't remember the name of the other company. The ones that
No
put out
way that
Scream.
I'll be able to.
It's a distribution company. Anyways, they're the ones who put out like Scream and stuff. Miramax is not Scream, but Dimension Films. They're the ones who put out the Scream. They distributed. But still, Disney gets a piece of that, baby. Piece of all that rated R action. I don't think people ever fucking really stop to think about that. And now
I don't.
I mean, hey, Disney, they own 33% of Hulu, and they're going to be buying out the majority share here, like in the next year. They will just.
So
own
do you think
Hulu
this is
too.
just? Do you think this is just going to be violence or what? Because I'm starting to lose faith in the Disney tits.
It's gonna. It's gonna be bloody tits, dude.
Oh,
I'm
jeez.
joking.
Don't
I'm
ruin
joking.
them.
What I'm saying is that Disney, this is just the first step in them going, let's just show them our true selves, I guess. Because I guess for most people,
Oh no, it's gonna be rated R Nazi flicks. Oh geez,
they already get highly criticized for their portrayals of Indian people and Native Americans and
I'm just saying, dude, I've had enough of them putting strange, perverted shit into children's movies. So let's just put the strange, perverted shit in rated R movies.
That's what I think is happening. I think because they own Marvel. And so Marvel is the one that's creating the R-rated content, but Disney's housing it on their platform, which is pissing people off. Because it's supposed to be a kids platform, but I'm saying no. It's not a kid's platform, baby. This fucking platform has been around since the 30s or whatever. Just let it be what it is, dude. They own everything anyways. Put it all out, dude. Disney could literally just, and I know this is disgusting, but they might as well be putting out fucking porn, right? Because they basically own every piece of the media. They literally, it's crazy how much money and revenue they generate. So them putting out a few R-rated titles, is that going to change their bottom end? Fuck no, dude. They're making so much money, so they're gonna do it. I mean, look at who they're competing against. Comcast. Comcast is the next biggest fucking. I don't know. It's just like expect to see R-rated Disney shit, and this Marvel stuff is only the beginning. They will start putting out way more, and it will get crazy, bro. It'll be
wait.
Disney money funding R-rated movies, basically.
I'm gonna have to screenshot. I'm gonna have to screenshot the first pair of Disney
holographic titties.
No. Disney sponsored, Disney endorsed
Pixar titties.
Yeah, Disney endorsed titties, dude. It's gonna be amazing.
It's
gonna
happen,
have sex
bro.
scenes in every Star Wars upcoming, bro. Hell
basically, dude, to keep the fucking to keep the 12-year-olds interested because their brains
their fan
are so
base,
numb from everything else.
Their fan base is fucking 40, dude.
I know.
They're all 37, dude. They need to see their first pair of tits.
I'm just being silly, but. No, I thought I'd bring up Disney again because it seems to kind of be a reoccurring theme on the podcast. So had to shout out our boys in Disney. Hit us up if you want to ever sponsor our podcast.
Excellent customer service,
dude. Excellent customer, dude. I will plug this shit out of some Disney, dude. If you guys are gonna be if there was one place that I could watch anything that was owned by Disney, that's all I would need because they own all of the most important movie companies. No, they don't own Paramount, so they don't own Universal, right? But they own fucking Marvel, Lucasfilm. They own the big ones, baby. I mean, that's not all I watch, but I love movies. I could talk about movies and the movie industry.
I like A24, dude. Who owns A24?
I don't know, and I'm glad I don't know. That's good, right? They're a company to watch. They'll get bought out eventually. Just watch. A24 presented by Fox or whatever. Oh no, Fox is owned by Disney. No, well, Fox sold most of itself.
Oh yeah, going on with the R-rated thing, Disney is doing ESPN sports betting too.
Yes, sir, baby.
They're just gambling, titties, violence, sex, you name it. Hey, you know what? The Disney residential is starting to sound like a better and better place. There's gonna be booze, cigarettes, tits, betting, gambling.
I need my Disney meth, bro.
Yeah, dude.
They're gonna have Disney.
When does
everything.
Disney go X?
Hell yeah, dude. Disney Xanax. There's going to be Disney Perks. It's going to be sick, dude. For real.
Hell yeah.
I'm getting my hopes up. My kid, he's super fucking excited. He's jumping off the walls. I said, we're going to live at Disney Residential. It was just like, Well, now I love you, Dad, for real though. It's like holy shit, man! I can really buy my childhood's love, my
We
my
made
child's
it.
love. Yes, dude, we made it.
We made it to almost 2 hours, so this thing's getting winded
Yeah,
down.
it's time to wind down. I think that this is a great time to end the episode. I want to thank everybody for listening to today's episode of Poor Form. Very special. I hope you enjoyed our conversations. And I also want to mention that, hey, this might have been the first episode you heard some fucking intro music, baby. Well, guess
Woo!
what? You're going to hear the same lick on the outro, baby, because it's made to be ambidextrous. You know what I'm saying?
We're just gonna spam it.
Enjoy some of that shit and enjoy the rest of your week.
Hell yeah, enjoy, guys. See ya.
Peace.